everyone, welcome back to Lasha's Homestead, guys. Today we're gonna finally be putting our tomatoes in the ground. We went ahead and pre-drilled the holes in the ground and placed the tomatoes where we want them to go so the process can go fairly quickly. We are in Texas, zone 9A, so we have a pretty long growing season. It may not get cold until January possibly, but let's go ahead and get these tomatoes in the ground. Alrighty guys, I am so happy to finally be getting my tomatoes in the ground. I've been saying I'm gonna do this for quite some time, but it always seems to be another task going on in the garden. But to my advantage, as I stated, I am in Texas and we have a pretty long growing season, so I knew I could procrastinate with these tomatoes a little bit while I took care of other things in the garden. But all we're going to be using today, guys, of course I have my garden soil because we have a pretty compacted soil here in my area, so I mix it with a bag of garden soil. And I'm also going to use the Job's Organic. This is the tomato and vegetable fertilizer. I'll put this at the bottom so that it can continuously feed throughout the season. And then today I'm going to water it in with some 511 just to give it that little bit of boost, and it'll go ahead and give a good fertilizer because I don't think I've fertilized these tomato plants maybe for about a month. But let's go ahead and get started. So generally you have three different types of tomatoes. You have your heirloom, you have your hybrid, and you have your open pollinated. The heirloom is pretty much, it is a tomato that has been grown for year after year. Family, it's passed down through generation to generation and also through the community as well. And we also have the hybrid, which is two parent plants that they mix together to try to get like a disease resistant type plants, and they'll generally try to take the best of both parent plants characteristics to breed that hybrid plant. And then you have your open pollinated variety. I don't know too much about the open pollinated varieties, so I'm not going to speak on that, guys, but I'm sure you can Google about that. And you also have your indeterminate and your determinate, and then you have your semi-determinate. The indeterminate is going to grow for you. It's going to produce fruit throughout the whole season, and it's going to get about 8 to 12 feet tall, and some varieties grow taller than 12 feet. Then you have your determinate tomatoes, and that's more of a bush variety, and it's going to get between 3 to 5 feet, sometimes even 6 feet tall. And then you have your semi-determinate tomatoes, and of course those, they take two of the best characteristics from the indeterminate and the determinate, and they put that together. Also with the heirloom tomatoes, all heirloom tomatoes are open pollinated, but not all open pollinated plants are heirlooms. So keep that in mind, guys, just in case you want to save any seeds throughout the season. But my gosh, I feel like I just said a mouthful. Now, the first tomato we're going to be planted, this is the persimmon. Guys, I told you, I've been slipping on fertilizing these plants. I need my little kneeling pad. JJ, I need my kneeling pad. Let's go ahead and take this out. I'm scared to see how the roots look on this baby. Look, look, look. They've been in here since February. No, that's a shame. That is a shame. Shame, shame. Thank you, buddy. Woo, God. Look at me. I'm on a tomato. Ooh, that feels much better. Oh my goodness. All right, so that was about 1 tablespoon. This is 2 tablespoons. Let's get that mixed in really well and get this baby in the ground. Now, I hear a lot of people talk about the tomato cages and how they don't work too well, but I've been using them the last 3 years, okay? And that's all I have at the moment. So that's what I'm going to be staking my tomatoes with, is using the tomato cages. I don't have a problem with it. I've been using them. I don't have a problem with it, but I don't really, what's the best thing to say? I don't know the terminology for it, but I don't really prune my tomatoes often. I let them grow pretty wild and bushy, in between the elbows. That's what you call the suckers. I let those grow because I find that they produce a lot of tomatoes for me. Now, once it gets pretty tall, I do go ahead and trim it from the top, so, and let it grow out bushy, guys. But let me get these limbs down at the bottom pulled off. All right, woohoo! This is our persimmon. The persimmon is an heirloom tomato, and this is an open pollinated variety, guys. All right, we got one down. Uh-oh, I have one back here behind me too, guys. Let's see what kind this is. This is the big rainbow. Woo, I like the big rainbow, guys. I grow this every year. Guys, I need to get these babies pruned. They've been frying in the sun. But this is the big rainbow. The big rainbow is also a heirloom variety. Alright, let's get that mixed in. I'm gonna get some garden soil put around it. You guys probably can't see this one back here. Some of the native soil in with this one. I have to be careful with these ants that we have back here because whoo, they just got through biting me. I need to get some garden boots. I did get some from Target, guys, but I don't really like them. They are not comfortable at all. I mean, they were pretty cheap, but I hate putting them on, which is why I never wear them. This here, this is the Sunrise Bumblebee. This is gonna be my first year growing the Sunrise Bumblebee. I seen the lady on Soil and Margaritas mention this tomato variety, so I decided to purchase and grow this one here myself. Oh gosh, I'm trying to fit in this little bitty space. Put some tomato fertilizer back here. Put that in. I'm curious, have anyone else procrastinated and not got their tomatoes in the ground? I have not got my tomatoes. It is, what's today? It is June 18th, guys. So I'm probably going, this is Sunday, by the way, June 18th. I'm probably going to post this video next Sunday. Next Sunday, I'll post it. That'll give me time to edit and take care of other tasks that I have going on that's more pressing. Now, what did I do with the tag, y'all? And the Sunrise Bumblebee is an open pollinated variety. Okay. Moving on along. Moving on along. I did find 2 determinate tomatoes at Lowe's. They were having a sale. It was 2 for $10, the Bonnie plants. So I found 2 of the Better Bush hybrid tomatoes, but they're not gonna go back here. I'm gonna plant these in a pot. All right, this is another rainbow, big rainbow. Probably should have got the garden soil and pulled it over here. I'm not picking up that big old bag of soil. JJ, I need your help, son. I should have placed it in one of the 5-gallon buckets and just drug that through here, but Jay felt like it'll be better this way. I can't reach this one. I would hate to have to call you again. Why don't you put it right here behind me? That way, I'll call you maybe in about 5 minutes. All right. Instead of 2. I can't wait to be able to harvest some of these tomatoes. So are you guys canning any of your tomatoes this year? I have not canned any tomatoes. I've canned green beans, corn, pickles. What else have we canned? Peas, some carrots, but I have not canned any tomatoes. Not yet. I've never grown enough tomatoes to really actually can it. So I be eating them throughout the season. All right, and this here is a large cherry tomato. I'm glad it cooled off a little bit. It's still hot out here. Trying to grab this dirt out of the bag. This here is the chocolate cherry tomato. This is an open pollinated variety, guys. And this one was a large cherry tomato, guys. Alrighty guys, so here are our tomato plants that have been planted. That's our persimmon. Back there, that is the big rainbow. All right, and I need to get these pruned. This is the sunrise bumblebee. We have another big rainbow in the back. Okay, this here is the large cherry tomato. That's another large cherry. For some reason, that seed variety, the Fairy Moors, didn't do too well. But this here is the chocolate cherry. I already have a few cherries that was growing on it. That's the blush saladette. Okay, and this is another large cherry here. You can barely see it pick up on camera. These are all large cherries. Okay, I planted a few of the large cherries, but they didn't germinate too well. Hopefully they'll get some foliage on them. But that is our tomatoes. Woo, guys, we are done. We got all of our tomatoes planted. We got the trellises in the ground. We got them watered and fertilized, guys. We got 11 tomato plants in the ground today, and I'm just so happy that we were able to go ahead and get that done. But guys, the mosquitoes are out. They're not here to play. They're running us back in the house. That mosquito zapper is on, and I hear them over there getting fried. But I want to thank you guys so much. My son is doing the water hose while I'm talking. Every time I start talking, could you pause for a second? Pause, please. It's either my son, an airplane, the ambulance, police car, Fido. Come on, Fido. Fido want to be in the outro, guys. Alrighty, but say hi, Fido. Hi. But I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with us and being a part of our family here on YouTube. But thank you again, guys. You have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye-bye.